presentados por Café Contigo.
Ya estamos grabando todo.
¿Ya estamos grabando?
Ya, güey.
Ay, cabrón, ya estamos al aire,
Yeah,
cabrón.
here we go.
valiendo
We're
madre,
live.
¿no?
Well, we're not live, but
y nosotros acá sonceando, ¿no?
we're not live, but we're on it now. We're on it.
Muy buenas tardes, muy buenas noches, muy buenos días o de madrugada. No sé cuándo estés escuchando este audio o estés viendo este video. Esperemos que se encuentren todos bien. Una vez más estamos aquí dispuestos al 100% para grabar contenido para todos ustedes, pláticas constructivas, pláticas orgánicas aquí en Un Café Contigo. No se les olvide, por favor, darle subscribe, el botoncito, the button here, aquí en YouTube. También recuerden que estamos en Spotify. Spotify está un poquito más lento que YouTube. Ahí vamos poco a poco, tratando de hacer el contenido con estas pláticas orgánicas. Adrián, un servidor. Y mi amigo, mi compañero, mi escudo aquí, Israel. Easy, a.k.a. Easy.
Easy. I love the way you. I like when you message me, Rodrigo. You put a Issy, ISSY.
Why?
Easy.
So it's with a Z?
IZZY.
I-Z-Z?
Yeah.
Like Ixy?
No, like IZZY.
Oh, Z as in zebra.
Yeah, Izzy.
Oh, okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, I've had that nickname since.
I think it's more easy for me to do
to
it.
just say easy, or just put E and Z.
Y yo lo
That's
escribí
it.
con Easy normal. Porque...
¿Mande?
Y yo lo escribí con I normal y latina.
Yo creo que el tuyo está más o menos. Yeah, I just cuando le pone Marcos, it's easy. Yeah, it's hilarious. I've had that nickname I think since I was like maybe in fourth grade.
Fourth grade?
Yeah, fourth grade is just
Easy.
yeah. I mean,
Easy.
Israel and then like I said, it's just
Just relax.
Voy a tirar una curva aquí. I'm gonna throw a curve today. Now that that you brought up the subject about your nickname. So Israel Valdez, right?
Vasquez.
Israel
Yeah.
Vasquez. I don't know why I had Valdez in the back of my mind. So Israel Vasquez.
Yeah.
We talked on the first episode how we met, right?
Yeah.
Because you were a customer, and we provided some services and all that. But now I want to ask you something, Israel, before we get into the conversation of today. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Where you originally from, and how did you ended up in Laredo?
How I ended up in Laredo. So, like I think I mentioned it in the first or second episode. I'm actually born in Mexico. I was born in Sabines Hidalgo, Nuevo León. My parents were born there. I was born there. Now, my parents, they lived in Chicago already. I have an older sister, and she was born in Chicago. But my parents, our whole family, were from this area. We're all from Nuevo León, that whole Sabines Hidalgo area, like Los Ranchitos around there. And it was just one of those things, like my dad, his brothers. It's like the thing, like you go work up north. He was a union worker. And then you go visit Mexico in the winter. And then when you retire, the goal is to come back home. And so I was born in Mexico. There were certain circumstances that were going on where they had me, in Mexico. My sister was born in Chicago, but it was like a whole deal. My dad told me that had to do with his union, and then it was winter time, and at that point their bargaining agreement he didn't have insurance during the winter, and I was born over there. So right away they brought me back over here, but like I said, raised up there, just come and visit in the wintertime. We would visit in the wintertime, Mexico, the whole thing, paisanos, being at the bridge, and then go back up north. I won't get too much into all the circumstances that led us all in there. Like back over here to Laredo, I'll let you guys know that it was a goal to come back over here. To come back. My parents, they wanted to come back over here. And it was around late 2003 when I moved first. I already knew my wife, and then when I moved down here, got together, and I love it down here. At first I didn't. At first, I didn't, just because of the culture shock. It was a big culture shock. But, Laredo grew on me. And now already 19 years, it'll be 20 years next year.
20 years.
Next year. So now I couldn't imagine living anywhere else. Living anywhere else. I love that my kids were born here and that we're raising them here, compared to, I'm not saying that I didn't love my childhood. I did. Elementary school, the block, I remember that. I love those memories, and I feel it helped develop me into what I am. Help shape me and shape my character. But for the most part, I like my kids going to school here, being raised here, and I don't think I would change that.
Podemos mandarle un saludo a Sabinas Hidalgo, Nuevo León.
Yeah.
Si nos están escuchando por allá o si nos llegan a escuchar por allá, ahorita le ponemos un hashtag.
Oh, yeah, Sabinas Hidalgo.
Nuevo León,
La
para
turbina,
que
ojo de
nos
agua,
lleguen a
man.
escuchar allá, para que tienen un paisano aquí que está grabando videos para YouTube. Si estás escuchando este podcast, si estás viendo este video, te preguntarás, pues aquí viene la pregunta. Es muy sencillo. Israel nace en Sabinas Hidalgo, Nuevo León, crece parte de su vida en Chicago, ya casi tiene 20 años en Laredo. Yo nazco en Nuevo Laredo, Tamaulipas, hasta los 11 años llego aquí a Laredo, Texas, y desde entonces tengo aquí 32 años más o menos ya, aquí en Laredo. Entonces, a lo que voy es mundos totalmente distintos, seres humanos totalmente en ciudades, en lugares opuestos. Y llegó el día en que tú solicitaste unos servicios, llegaste, nos conocimos a través de unas personas y ahora aquí estamos sentados. Me lleva a la conclusión de que todos necesitamos de todos algún día. ¿Por qué digo esta frase? Ojo con esta frase, le vamos a poner un hashtag ahí. Todos necesitamos de todos.
Everybody
needs everybody.
The
Everybody
Blues
needs
Brothers.
everybody. And the
That's
reason
Chicago right there. Everybody. Yeah, go.
And the reason I bring this up, la razón por la que digo esto es porque, como les había platicado anteriormente, antier me pasó un incidente y el mes pasado me pasó otro igual. Voy manejando por la calle y veo que una persona está teniendo problemas con su automóvil, está parada, se le quedó la camioneta. La primera vez fue una familia, esta vez antier, que les mandé mensaje a ustedes, fue una mujer sola.
Oh, so it happened twice.
It happened twice.
Okay.
It happened twice within the last month or month and a half. So, después de que me bajé a ayudar a ambas personas, empujé la camioneta, la metimos a la gasolinera, ahí estaba, afortunadamente estaba enseguida de la gas station. She was right next to it. Me pongo a reflexionar y me pongo a pensar que antes de yo llegar a donde ella estaba, antes de acercarme yo, pues la gente va pasando y pasa y pasa y pasa. Everybody's just driving by and driving by and driving by and driving by and driving by.
Yeah.
Like, and I say we, it's a form of generalizing, but we care less about what's going on around the world and with other people.
You mean like we care less nowadays, or what do you mean?
I think I see it more and more and more and more as we progress. As I get older, I see it more often. That people don't stop and ask, do you need any help?
People are generally caring less and less and less.
Sí,
and
caring less and less. Pasaron decenas y decenas de carros hasta que yo me voy acercando y dije, aquí hay un problema. Te das cuenta y dices, why is the traffic so backed up, right? Maybe there was an accident or something. Y ya cuando llego a la persona dije, se le quedó. Lo primero que hago, like without even questioning or seeing who is it or what is it, lo primero que hago por instinto es hacerme a un lado, bajarme de la camioneta, voy hacia la ventana y le digo, no prende, me dice, no, le digo, put it in neutral, póngala en neutral, vamos a empujarla, ok, y me bajo y yo solo, obvio, no es difícil empujar un carro que esté en neutral, pero sí se requiere como quiera de fuerza. Empiezo a empujarla. Cuando ya voy a mediación, otra persona hace lo mismo. Se mete en la se baja y viene a ayudarme. Viene a ayudarme a empujar la camioneta. Ya llega, ya la dejamos en la gasolinera y se estaciona. Y ya lo único que yo, o sea, sin hacer más alarde, porque también la gente a veces como... Yo noté a esta última persona que le ayudamos que se quedó toda así como escéptica, como que, ok, gracias, como que ya, una actitud, un lenguaje corporal de ya no me molesten, ok, está bueno, ya me ayudaste, bye. Yo ya tengo a quien hablar. O sea, que en la ventana, le dije, ¿todo bien? Ya, pues, sí, gracias, y en el teléfono.
Yeah.
O sea, como que, ok.
Kind of like she really didn't appreciate
que no pasa
the
nada. Mi propósito era
whatever.
nada más quitarla del camino para evitar algún accidente
Yeah.
y hacer una buena acción. O sea, porque todos necesitamos de todos. Me quedé reflexionando. O sea, ¿por qué la gente pasa sin importarle, sin preguntar? ¿Cómo hemos llegado a esa cultura
Mhm.
de no tenderle la mano al prójimo? How have we gotten to this point where nobody cares, nobody gives a damn about anybody else? You see somebody up, down on the street and they're having trouble with their vehicle, and people just don't stop. Just don't even ask. Like, don't even bother to ask. Do you need any help? Do you need... Yes, I know everybody nowadays. Todo el mundo ahora trae teléfono y tienes inmediatamente acceso a quien hablarle y pedir ayuda. Pero en ese momento, pues puedes evitar. Porque también la primera vez me tocó que yo empiezo a empujar a la camioneta de esa persona. Era una familia esta vez, la primera vez. Y todavía una muchacha viene manejando atrás. Y cuando va entrando a la camioneta, se frena y nos pita, enojada.
Mhm.
Como que, ¡hey! Y yo, cabrón, pues no me estás viendo que, o sea, que estamos empujando, que tiene un problema. No te puedes esperar unos segundos o darle por el otro lado.
Yeah.
O sea, todavía enojarte porque nosotros estamos ayudándole a una persona. O sea, ¿cómo llegamos a ese punto como ser humano? O sea, yo digo que todos necesitamos de todos, y ahorita, más adelante, ahorita te voy a dar la palabra para réplica, pero te voy a explicar por qué siempre digo yo que todos necesitamos de todos. So, what's your input on this?
Well, three things that could, like, 3 points that come to mind. One, I don't think as a society we're all purposely trying to be bad people. What I do see as a society is we've become a lot more busier, and our attention spans have really shortened. I think that's why they have shorts and reels on social media, because they know that too many people won't listen to a lot. They'll just listen to a few seconds.
We'll get to social media in a little while.
And we've gotten so busy in life where a lot of people maybe don't feel like they have the time to even help. Maybe, before, life moved a lot slower. I mean, I wasn't around the 50s. I just know what I'm told from my parents, our elders, and from what we can see maybe in archive footage, on TV, where life, it looked like it moved a lot slower back then. Right now, we're always in a rush to do the next thing. We're always rushing. We're rushing to go to work. We're rushing to go home. We got to do this. We got to do that. And I think that plays a big role into it. It plays a huge role. You're driving. You're just trying to get home. You had a long day. And we've just subconsciously just start to ignore those type of things. Where before, everyone and a whole bunch of people would stop. Everyone would probably help that person. And me, I've personally helped a lot of people, at least just push their car in. There's been times when I'm at work and I'm on like county roads or FM roads where it's not like a main highway. And I remember one time particularly where it was a family, a mom, dad, they had like 2 small daughters, and it was their RV. Like they were pulling an RV, like one of those fifth wheels, and it was a back tire, so he was trying to fix it. I got off, put my lights on, and I helped him, change the tire, do the whole thing. And they were grateful, and I did it because it was the right thing. It was the right thing to do,
See, and it sounds like are we losing track of our humanity or human side? Because we're too busy doing other things, or because life is
too
faster,
busy doing that, maybe too busy being self-involved a little bit. And I mean, I'm in, like I said, I always say the same thing. I'm on the same boat. Like, it's for me also. But when it's almost like I'm driving and then you see like that someone on the side of the road, your initial reaction isn't to help anymore. But then it'll click, like something will click. Oh, you know what? Wait, I'm not really busy right now. I'm not doing anything. Why not get off and help?
It's going to happen to you at some point. Te va a pasar alguna vez.
And that's another.
Y lo vas a necesitar.
Exactly. And that's another good point. This is something that I also will, like, this is something I attempt to live by is, I want to do things that I like. I'd want to do something and help them because that's something that I would want in return, if that makes sense. So let me give you a little story. One day I was walking out of Lowe's, I forget what I was picking up. This is like maybe 2 years ago. I was walking out of Lowe's and I was getting in my truck. As I'm going to my truck, I see a cell phone. It's on the floor in the parking lot. So I see the cell phone there. There's no one around. I pick it up. So the first thing I do, I go to my truck, I look at the cell phone, and the first thing I do is try to open it up to see if it's locked or if it just opens up. The thing just opened up. So I went straight to the contacts, and I was looking for a name like mom, dad, wife, something. So I was able to find one that said, I forget what it said. I just remember calling that number, and a young girl answered, and I said, hey, I found this phone, and it's right here at Lowe's. She said, oh, I think this is my dad's other phone. Let me tell him he can call you. So the guy called. Well, I said, well, here's my phone number. Tell him to call this one. So the guy called, and he said, oh my gosh, you found my phone? I said, yeah, it was right here at Lowe's. He's like, oh, thank you. I said, hey, I told him, where do you live close? Do you want to meet up? I'm here at the Lowe's. And he said, oh, well, I actually live right here. He lived somewhere off of Delmar. Close by. So I said, look, I don't got nothing going on. I can drop it off on my way home. Like, it wasn't on my way, but, I'll do the favor. And he was like, wow, really? You do that? I said, yeah. I said, look, this is what I'd want someone to do for me if I lost my phone. Exactamente. So I'm going to do, this is because if I lose my phone, like I tell people all the time, I'd rather lose my wallet than my phone. I can cancel my card quick. You lose your phone, I lose your life data. Nowadays. You lose data, you lose pictures, you have someone in the cloud, but still there's so much data, there's so much, it's become a part of us. So I went and did that. I went to his house, I dropped it off, I said, here you go. He's like, oh, thank you very much. I didn't expect a thank you, I didn't expect anything. But that's something that I just, like how you said, those are the type of things that I want people to do for me. If I'm on the side of the road and I need help, I would hope that someone would be kind enough to stop and offer me some help. At least ask. Yeah. Que te pregunten, or at least ask, hey, everything okay? ¿Sabes que ya le hablé, ya vienen en camino, you're doing okay? Muchas gracias. You're good? And it can be for any little thing. I mean, even if you see someone at a store, you see someone that looks kind of like distraught. Hey, are you okay? Is everything okay? People want to mind their own business a little too much nowadays. And that's another good point right there. I said I would hope that someone would be kind enough to stop. And that's also like a big word. I think that we need to go back to being kind. A lot of people will say, well, no, I think I like to say I'm a nice person, and that's good, but there's a difference between being nice and being kind. Do you know what the difference is? Well, in my opinion, is being nice is like, if you're nice to me, you're only going to do, and you're only going to have that's a characteristic that you're only going to have as much as I return it to you. Like, hey, he's cool with me, so I'm going to be cool with him. But if one day you end up getting in a fight or something, I don't want to know anything about it. See, you're just being nice. People that are kind, if you're kind to someone, that means you're doing something, you're not expecting anything in return. You're not expecting just a thank you or an act of kindness. Yeah, that's why it's an act of kindness. It's a selfless act. Yeah, we all need to be more kind out there.
¿Y por qué te digo esto? ¿Por qué digo que todos necesitamos de todos? Ahora te platico una anécdota yo. Yo hace muchos años que trabajaba en un banco, estaba en una sucursal y yo era parte de la gerencia. Entonces de repente llega un cliente al banco, a la sucursal, y uno de los empleados viene, estoy yo en la parte de atrás, en el borde estamos haciendo unas auditorías, y viene un muchacho todo asustado. Mr. Mendoza. Y yo, ¿qué pasó? Y dice, está un cliente enfrente, pero echando madres. Cabrón, ¿y por qué? Y dice, no sé, pero está bien encabronado, dice que quiere hablar con el gerente, y pues, está bueno, voy para allá. Salgo al lobby. He's a doctor. Because ahí tenía su... What do you call that outfit? El azul.
He's a medical doctor?
Yeah.
Like the lab coat or the
¿Cómo
scrubs?
¿Cómo se llama? The scrubs?
The scrubs?
Yeah, the scrubs. Y estaba colorado. O sea, pero encabronado. Y yo salgo y me dice, "Are you the manager?" Le dije, "Yes, sir, I'm part of management." What can I do for you? "This is the worst bank ever." Empezó a gritar el vato, pero con todas madres. Y mi reacción fue, "Sir, I want to listen to your issue." Quiero escuchar su problema, pero vamos a la oficina. Aquí enfrente no. Por favor, pase a la oficina y lo escucho con todo gusto. Total, para no hacerte el cuento tan largo, his issue had to do with the mortgage department. Okay. So, there at the branch, en la sucursal, nosotros le prestábamos un espacio al mortgage department del banco. No tenía nada que ver con nosotros, pero era parte de la sucursal. O sea, era parte del banco, pero es un departamento totalmente distinto. Esa persona de mortgage tenía su gerente. Ese gerente le dijo al cliente, "I'll call you back within 24 hours. He never called him. So 3 or 4 days later, he comes in because he sees a transaction on his mortgage account que no le gusta, viene a reclamarle al gerente. Por eso dijo, ¿quién es el gerente? No, pues Marcos. Ah, tú me dijiste que me ibas a hablar. No era yo.
Right.
Era el gerente de aquella muchacha del mortgage, pero yo le dije, don't worry about it. No se preocupe. Usted ya vino conmigo, yo me voy a encargar de su problema, yo voy a hacer. Cuando yo vi lo que había pasado en su cuenta, inmediatamente yo sabía que yo lo podía resolver en 5 minutos. Pero no le dije nada, le dije, no se preocupe, yo se lo voy a arreglar. Deme para el final del día. Before the end of the day, I'm going to call you personally, to your cell phone or to your office, whichever one you want. Y yo le voy a resolver su problema. Y lo dice, pues I hope so. And I hope you're a man of your word. Y que pues, todavía andaba en cabrón. Y se entiende, es el cliente, se entiende. Entonces dije, ok, no pasa nada. Agarro el teléfono, le hablo al back office, todo, hey, mira, chécame esta cuenta, hace el problema. En 5 minutos se resolvió. Ya está, güey. Ya se arregló todo. Ok, perfecto. Que por cierto le mando un saludo a Juan, al rato le voy a mandar un link, que él fue el que me arregló todo ese problema aquella vez en el banco. Entonces, le hablo ya como a las 3:30, 4 de la tarde, le hablo al doctor. Le digo, hey, doctor, pues, you know what? Your issue was resolved. I already sent you an email, and you want to go ahead and check your account, cheque su cuenta, y ya está todo arreglado, no sé qué tanto. Ya checó y revisó, y me agarra el teléfono otra vez y me dice, that bank doesn't deserve to have a person like you. You're a man of your word. You have dignity. Dijo, you know what you're doing. Y lo dice, pero ese banco que no sé qué, y se empezó a quejar. Y dije, no hay ningún problema. Yo me di cuenta, pues cuando lo traté, que era un doctor de mujeres, OBGYN. OBGYN. Era un ginecólogo. Ok. Entonces ya le resolví su problema, él estaba muy contento, me agradeció, dijo, cuando se te ofrezca lo que tú quieras, no pasa nada. Perfecto. Pasó el problema, pasó el día, se siguió todo normal. Pasa 1 año y medio, más o menos, a year and a half after that incident.
After the incident?
Yeah. Yo me salgo del banco, ya no trabajo con el banco, okay? So, what happens? My health insurance la pierdo. Ya estoy dedicándome a lo que es la fotografía nada más. Mi esposa empieza a tener problemas de mujer. We went everywhere. Hey, even if I have to pay you like cash, payments or whatever, plans, anything, nadie nos quiso ayudar. No, pues you don't have health insurance, no puedes. No, pues asistencia, no puedes. Tú no estás trabajando, pero last year your income tax, you people know how that goes. They based on your last income tax or whatever. So ya andaba desesperada porque sí traía problemas y a mí me dio mucho pendiente. Entonces me acordé del doctor. Y ahí estoy sentado. ¿Cómo se llamaba? ¿Cómo se llamaba este cabrón? Pues total, doy con él, me acuerdo del nombre, lo empiezo a buscar y lo encuentro. Este es el last name. Okay. Lo busco, está ya sea en el hospital que está, doy con el número, hablo a la oficina. Le marco, cuando me lo pasan, le digo, hey doctor, you might not remember me. Le dije, my name is Marcos Mendoza. Y le dije, tal vez usted no se acuerda de mí. Dije, pero about a year and a half ago, you had an issue with your mortgage at this bank, and I was able to resolve your issue, and blah, blah. I wasn't even finished explaining to him. And I was like, how am I going to forget you, dude? You're the only person that helped me out with that issue. Mm-hmm. You were the only one. Of course I remember you. I remember who you are, me dice. Y le dije, well, I no longer will work with the bank. Y me dice, good for you. Bien emocionado. Entonces, le digo, ¿sabe una cosa? Mire, lo busqué porque tengo este problema. Ya le expliqué que mi esposa tiene un problema. Y me dice, send her over. You don't have to worry about anything. Just send her over right now. So ahí fuimos para el hospital, al consultorio de él. Llegamos. Las muchachas ya sabían porque yo le había dado el nombre y el seguro social por teléfono. Dijo, I'm gonna pass you through to my receptionist. She's gonna ask you some information. Ya el seguro social, nombre y todo. Uh-huh. Llegamos. Y así como llegamos, la muchacha dijo, Miss Mendoza, pásele. Ya la está esperando el doctor. Total, yo no lo vi en la consulta porque tenía mucha gente y mi esposa entró. Y cuando sale, mi esposa me dice, no, habló maravillas de ti. O sea que porque eres una buena persona y que nos iba a ayudar. Ya me checó, ya me hizo esto, va a hacer unos exámenes, ya me recetó unas pastillas. Y luego le digo a la muchacha, ¿cuánto le debo por la consulta? Y me dijo, no, el doctor dijo que no es nada. Uh-huh. Me dijo, lo único que dijo el doctor es, whenever you get it, your insurance or whatever, you can go ahead and send it over, and then we can start the process from there. Uh-huh. Dijo, pero por ahorita usted no tiene que pagar nada. Y mi esposa salió llorando de ahí.
There you go.
Y ahí es donde yo digo, todos necesitamos de todos algún día.
And you correct me if I'm wrong, you didn't necessarily call him because you were looking for a handout, per se. It was someone that you interacted with, you knew he was a doctor, and
I wanted to see if he can help us out.
You just
want to
see if he can help you.
I'll pay you.
Yeah, check her. You just like to check her. Mm-hmm. But you had an effect on him, and you left an impact. Like we always talk about, it was a brief moment, but you left that impact stayed with him, and in return.
Sí, porque esa persona a la cual no le tendiste la mano, a la cual no saludaste, a la cual no le regresaste el saludo,
you do
a la
good,
cual no hablaste,
good things are going to happen.
Va a regresar.
Yeah, you do good things are going to happen. I know that there's, situations out there where bad things happen to good people. Well, yeah, bad things happen to good people. Bad things happen to bad people. Good things happen to good people. Bad things happen to, good people. But for the most part, if you do good things will happen to you. And you can't debate that. It's just, that's how it works.
There's a saying in Spanish, hay un dicho en español que dice, haz el bien y no mires a quién. Mm-hmm.
And it goes back to being kind. Mm-hmm. And that's, like I said, that's the difference between being nice and being kind. Niceness, you can take that back.
There's good karma and there's bad karma.
Yeah, you can take, exactly. You do good things are going to happen. And that's just one example. Mm-hmm. And the point, I think, is, we need to just try a little bit more doing good things without expecting much in return, even if you think you might need something, later, it's still, even if you think so, just do it out of the goodness of your heart, and just be kind to people. Now, I have a question. I thought of this while you were telling me that story. Do you feel that is something that's hardwired in us when we're born, or do you think that's something that can be taught? I don't know if that made sense, the question I asked. Like, do you think there's people that are just born and they're just genuinely kind people that they love to help, and there are people out there that it's not in them to do it?
Yo
creo que it be taught?
Yo creo que los tres factores que mencionaste es que nacemos con sangre buena, por decirlo así, a cosas que se nos implican, que se nos inculcan, se nos enseñan de pequeños, y también tiene mucho que ver con una decisión propia, porque hay gente que se le dio toda la educación del mundo, que tiene todos los principios del mundo, que viene de buena familia, con buenos modales, y son los hijos de la chingada, ¿verdad? Entonces es decisión de cada quien. No creo yo que nazcamos con ese instinto. De hecho, yo creo que nosotros los seres humanos nacimos malignos, que somos malos por naturaleza, porque desde que naces te estás diciendo, hey, no, y queremos estar haciendo maldades.
Very true.
Yo pienso que nacemos con la maldad.
And it's funny
dentro de nosotros.
it's like an instinct, you know, when
Es
you're a toddler, no one teaches you to lie or be bad. You're not being taught that, but you know, if you have like a candy bar in your mouth and your mom asks you, "Did you eat the candy bar?" It's an instinct.
Somos malos. Por instinto yo creo que tenemos malicia. Pero yo creo que conforme vas agarrando conciencia, vas creciendo y vas madurando, pues vas viendo la vida de diferente manera. O sea, por ejemplo, a mi padre nunca me dijo, que en paz descanse mi viejo, a mí nunca me dijo, ayuda al prójimo. O sea, o párate a hacer esto. No. Me lo explicó de diferente manera. Aprende a hablar con los seres humanos. No te intimides por las gentes. Y cuando haya que tender la mano a una persona, hazlo. Hazlo sin pensarlo. No pasa absolutamente nada. Si esa persona te dice gracias, qué bueno. Si no te dice gracias, no importa. Tu responsabilidad como ser humano es tenderle la mano al prójimo. Y punto. Sin meter cuestión de religión, sin meter cuestión de costumbre, sin meter nada. Por instinto humano debemos actuar como, hey, ¿necesitas ayuda? Te doy ayuda. Que esa persona ni siquiera agradece. No pasa nada. Me paré a ayudar y punto. No sabes cuándo va a dar vuelta. ¿Qué tal si esa persona el día de mañana es la persona que te va a atender en una cama en un hospital?
Yeah.
Nunca sabes, no sabes, no sabemos cuántas vueltas del mundo y qué es lo que tiene el destino preparado para nosotros.
You never know, and that's another thing. Like the older I get, I try to do that a little more and more. You know, be a little more patient, be a little less, you know, aggressive. Like if something didn't go my way, whether it be like a deal with, I don't know, like calling customer service because your cell phone, you know, something's messed up. And, you know, a lot of times when you call the customer service, they get you angry, but trying to be a little more patient and just, you know, realizing, hey, they're human also. They're just trying to do their job. And the same thing, you know, if you're at the store or just out in public, someone that does something that irritates you, it could even be a waitress or a waiter.
Es
you
que
know,
fíjate, no sabemos cuándo nos va a tocar. Por ejemplo, el año pasado, yo tuve un cliente de una quinceañera, que me hablan por teléfono para hacer una cita para informes. Perfecto. Vamos a sentarnos a platicar. No sabemos si van a contratarnos a nosotros o se van a ir con alguien más. En el momento en que entra la pareja, papá y mamá con la niña, al chavo yo lo veo y digo, este cabrón yo lo conozco. Sí lo conozco. Y él de volada, ¿qué onda, Marcos? Y yo, a la madre, me dijo mi nombre. Y me cae tan mal que me hablen por mi nombre y no acordarte. Hijo de su madre. Y yo, pero tengo tacto. Este es para un corto. Si no te acuerdas del nombre de la persona, es bien fácil. Tu hermano diría, ¿qué onda, campeón? ¿Cómo estás? Ya.
And that's it.
Yo no digo, ¿qué pasó, campeón? ¿Cómo estás? Total, esta persona hace aproximadamente 25 años más o menos, yo trabajaba en una tienda, en un convenience store, y él trabajaba en un car wash, a couple of blocks from the convenience store.
Okay.
Every afternoon, todas las tardes saliendo del trabajo, iban y se compraban, o sea, qué soda, qué papitas, que los Fridays una cerveza y que turquía. Y yo siempre que llegaban ellos, los muchachos del car wash, decían, ¿qué onda, campeones? ¿Cómo les fue? El solazo y que el calor y que ¿cuántos carros se aventaron hoy? Que ya traen las propinas y, o sea, tiraba rollo con ellos, como quien dice, ¿verdad?
Yeah.
Estaba joven ese sector. Entra, viene una consulta a ver. Y el chavo donde entró y me vio y me saludó, ¿qué onda, Marcos? Y le dijo a la esposa, de aquí somos. Ya no vamos a ir a buscar a nadie más. En otras palabras, no me importa lo que te vaya a ofrecer, no me importa lo que te vaya a cobrar.
Really?
Pero este cabrón nos va a tomar las fotos. Y yo, pues te lo agradezco, pues déjame presentarte lo que tenemos.
You know what I got first?
No, y total, o sea, igual, o sea, quedaron satisfechos, les gustó todo y todo muy padre, lo que sea. Digo, no pasa nada.
Yeah.
Aquí está el depósito, firma el contrato. Yo sé que este cabrón es de confianza. Tenía 25 años sin verlo. No lo conocía personalmente, no era amigo mío, simplemente lo veía diario.
But he went straight back to those moments.
Ajá.
It instantly clicked with him.
Instantly. Por eso digo, no sabemos el día de mañana cómo se nos va a regresar.
When we might be in a bind. And like I said, you know, you never know. And also, like I said, don't do things expecting something in return, or, you know, it's a good mentality to have. And also just to be generally kind. I'll tell you a story about a couple of friends that I have, you know, back up north. These were two friends I grew up with. We went to the same church, Manfredo and Bobby, if you guys are watching this. So their father, he was one of those guys like what you're talking about. He was one of those really kind guys, always, you know, smiling. Of course, I mean, he's a human being. He's going to have his bad days, but I'm talking about, you know, his general character, his general nature. You know, he was a real kind man. He was good friends with my dad, and he was brother Bob, and him and his wife, they had a nonprofit organization where they helped the less fortunate. They would help families. I don't know if they still have. I mean, I don't know if it's still open, but I remember I think it was called Helping Hands. And you can just imagine the type of people they were and the type of person he was. You know, always there to help. He was always that type to try to bring people together. Like he would do, I think a couple of times when we were real young, he did like a father-son type of get-together or getaway, I think at their house. So we all would go. He was that guy. He was the guy that would go and help fix up the church if they needed to. He was that guy that would go and help you at your house. That guy. Well, back in 2010, I remember the month. I don't remember the day exactly, but it was December. And I remember getting an email ping on my phone, and I see the email, and I saw that it was from Manfredo. He was the younger brother, and I was like, "Wow, why is he emailing me?" I hadn't talked to them in years, but I guess he still had my email. And the email read that their dad, he had passed away. And I was like, "What happened? What is you know, like, was it like health wise, you know, what's the deal?" So right away that woke me up. It was real. That woke me up, and I go searching for my his brother, my other friend Bobby, because I still kept in touch with him. And I think it was either me or my sister. We checked, you know, like on social media, and he had posted like, "Hey, today I lost my hero. I love you, Dad." The whole deal that you would write. Well, come to find out, so this was during the wintertime. Like I said, it was December, and up north, rain, snow, ice. Apparently he was heading to work, and he saw a car that was on the side of the road. It was broke down. I don't know if it was a guy or girl. This car was broke down. He pulled up behind them, turned on his lights, his hazards, and he got out to go and help to see, you know, what the problem was. I don't remember if it was early in the morning, so the visibility was bad, or if there was ice on the road. But he was struck by another vehicle, an accident, and he passed away because of that. So, you know, a lot of people can say, "Well, there you go. That's something bad that happened to something good." You know, you see, like, bad things happen, and he was just trying to help. What kind of justice is that? Or, you know, how does that play into it? My thing is, no, he passed away doing what he loved to do, which was help people and just trying to make the world a little better, one person at a time, you know? And I'm not going to say what a better way to go, but, I guess I will say, what an awesome way to go, and something to leave to his kids. They know that their father passed away, helping someone, and now they know, he's dancing up there in heaven, looking down, and it's, it's not like there's a lot of bad stories out there, like of 1,000 other possible ways to die.
Exactamente.
And he didn't. That's the way he passed away. It was sad, of course. They're gonna miss him, but it was just, that's what came to my mind. He passed away doing what he did the best and what he loved to do, and that was helping. And I think that was even in the eulogy, and that was, like, did he write the thing? Yeah, that's how he passed away doing that.
Exactamente, mira.
Beautiful thing.
Voy a cerrar con esta anécdota y una frase. Las acciones que nosotros hacemos día a día se quedan con nosotros hasta el día de nuestra muerte.
Yeah.
Y nos la llevamos hasta el otro mundo. ¿Por qué? Porque es de la manera que te van a recordar. La gente que se queda aquí en este mundo, es de la manera que te va a recordar.
Yeah.
Cierro con esta anécdota. Que en paz descanse mi padre. Cuando él fallece, estamos en el funeral, y al cerrar las puertas del funeral, we were about to close and we're about to leave, vienen tres personas, vienen tres señores, y me dicen, oigan, es que veníamos a despedirnos de Marcos. Y le dije al funeral people, dije, can you please open the door? Like, vinieron unos señores a despedirse de papá. Sí. Let's go, they opened the door. Y pasaron, se despidieron de mi papá. Y cuando salieron, vienen y me dicen, tú eres el cachorro. Papá que en paz descanse me decía cachorro. Era su cachorro. Me dicen, tú eres el cachorro, ¿verdad? Tú eres el cachorrito. Y yo, sí. Y me dicen, hombre, o sea, tu padre era tremenda persona. Y yo, o sea, son amigos de él, lo conocen. Dijo, estuvimos en la facultad juntos, en la escuela. Dice, tenemos muchos años, desde que salimos de la facultad, que pues no sabemos de él. Pero pues se enteraron por el periódico de que había fallecido. Y dice uno de ellos, dice, no, pero el negro, le decían el negro era una chingonada en la escuela. De hecho, él me ayudó a mí en muchos exámenes. Y me empezaron a platicar unas historias de la escuela de papá, que no las voy a platicar, obvio, ¿verdad? Pero fue una satisfacción tan grande para mí escuchar eso. Y desde ahí, o sea, aparte, desde que mi padre me enseñó, y ahí vuelvo a reflexionar y digo, qué importante es nuestro comportamiento, nuestras acciones, sin saber. Porque estas personas, el último día de su vida, todavía lo recordaban y decían, gracias. Porque uno de ellos dijo, este cabrón a mí me echó la mano en muchas cosas en la escuela.
Yeah.
Dijo, y por eso o sea, no queríamos dejar pasar la oportunidad. Hicimos tiempo, nos pusimos de acuerdo los tres. Tenemos que ir a despedirnos del negro.
Yeah.
Y... Perdón.
Yeah.
Es algo que te enorgullece, es algo que te engrandece, es algo que no tiene precio, es algo que no tiene precio. Puedes ser tú la persona más, que le llaman más successful, más famosa, más lo que tú quieras que hayas pensado que te ha ido bien en la vida.
And none of that matters.
Nada de eso importa cuando te vas, porque cuando te vas lo que importa es cómo te recuerdan.
Yeah.
Y esas personas a mí me dieron una lección muy grande, y por eso esta espinita de hacer estas cosas, de hacer estas pláticas, de hacer esto, para poder dejar un buen legado y llegar. Yo no me quiero, o sea, no, como les dije yo al principio a ustedes, yo no quiero fama. A mí no me importa eso. A mí me importa platicar y que alguien se nutra, que no esté perdiendo el tiempo con nosotros, porque como me dijiste hace ratito, podemos ir en medio de la calle o ir aquí al cruzar la calle al restaurante y andar en calzones y tomarnos un video y nos hacemos viral y millones de vistas y todo, y las plataformas nos van a empezar a mandar dinero. ¿Pero para qué?
Where's the substance? Yeah.
There's no substance. No hay contenido productivo.
Yeah.
Yo no quiero perder mi tiempo y tampoco quiero hacerle perder el tiempo a la demás gente. Pero eso es algo que se me quedó, y por eso digo, he dicho siempre que nuestras acciones nos acompañan hasta el último día de nuestra vida y las dejamos aquí con los recuerdos de la demás gente que nos recuerda de esa manera.
Yeah, and I guess that's the big takeaway for this episode. Just be kind. maybe you should throw a challenge out to the people. Throw them a challenge.
Pay
So
it
maybe
forward,
this
como
week,
dicen.
this week, try to do, one kind act. Just one kind act. Just, we're not saying go and be nicer to your coworkers. No. Do one kind act, and then take it. And if you want, take it a step further. Someone that you normally wouldn't do something for, or something that you normally wouldn't do, go ahead and do that this week. Challenge yourselves. Do that, and see how it makes you feel. You'll be surprised. You'll be surprised. You could be having the worst day in the world. You help someone out that day, it'll change. It'll change your day. It'll change your mood. There's nothing wrong with being
Le
kind.
puedes cambiar la vida a
There's
una
nothing wrong
persona
with being
con un acto de bondad, y
Yeah.
puedes cambiar tu vida también con un
Yes.
acto de bondad.
Yeah,
Es
it'll.
buena frase de algo.
Say it again.
Muy buena.
Le puedes cambiar la vida a una persona con un acto de bondad, tanto como puedes cambiar la tuya con un acto de bondad.
Yeah, exactly. Say it in English.
You can change someone's life with an act of kindness, and you can also change your life with an act of kindness.
Exactly.
It can change your life forever.
There you go. That's a hashtag right there. That's
Hashtag.
a hashtag.
Be kind.
Yeah.
Hashtag haz el bien y no mires a quién. Easy with Z, with double Z, easy Z.
Yeah. Yeah. So
It's been a pleasure recording
it was
another episode.
it was a good talk today. It was a really good talk.
Okay, we have No se les olvide suscribirse al canal, píquenle ahí, subscribe, pongan los comentarios, por favor, en las redes sociales estamos tratando de hacer lo posible. Somos personas que, aparte de esto, pues tenemos nuestro full-time job y es un poquito difícil hacerlo. Lo dije en el anterior episodio y lo vuelvo a repetir. Mis respetos para la gente que hacen esto todos los días. Pero sí, no se pierdan los programas y las redes sociales. Next episode.
I'm sorry to interrupt. We have our, you said we have our full-time careers, but I'm not gonna lie, this has been kind of sort of I'm not gonna say therapy, but it's fun
Sí.
doing this. And how you said, I mean, whether we get subscribers or not, I think we get a few every week, every time we post, and that's fine.
Es un pasatiempo productivo.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
Estamos
we're only here
platicando y aprendiendo a la misma
a
vez.
couple hours, me, you, Rico, and Chris, but we enjoy it, and it's time we're spending together. And like how you said, if it's helping one person, you said that someone from San Antonio heard it and they said they love hearing it. So we're helping one person. That's
Sí,
good
tuvimos
enough.
una plática por teléfono con tres personas y estábamos ahí en el teléfono, wiri.
Yeah.
Y sí, que mira, que puedes hablar de esto y puedes hablar del otro. Y yo, ese es el contenido que quiero, que la gente aprenda y se quede con algo de ello.
Yeah, this is good.
El próximo programa va a estar un poquito más interesante porque ya vamos a empezar con los invitados. Ojalá ahí podamos tener uno cada show de aquí en adelante. Pero nuestra primera invitada que nos dio permiso de anunciarla para que estén al pendiente, su nombre es Dalia Benavides. Ella es una maquillista, makeup artist aquí en Laredo, una de las mejores.
One of the best.
Es una artista, como decía mi padre, que en paz descanse. Hay personas, un artista es aquel que hace de su profesión y de sus hobbies un arte.
She's one of the best, if not the best. The only reason I say one of the best is because my daughter-in-law is also with her, so I don't want to undermine her.
Abusado con esa.
But yeah,
va a estar aquí con nosotros en el siguiente programa. Va a estar muy bueno el tema, no se lo pierdan. Volvemos a repetir. Muchas gracias a todos. Subscribe, pongan sus comentarios, síganos en las redes sociales y ahí vamos poco a poco dándole crecimiento, no tanto crecimiento como hubiéramos querido, pero ahí vamos, no importa, lo importante es conversar entre nosotros, que ustedes escuchen la conversación, que algo bueno se les quede de ello y seguir adelante.
We'll get there. Subscribe, Facebook, Instagram, follow. We're getting there.
No se les olvide, esto es Un Café Contigo. Hasta la próxima.